We've talked about various characteristics of a software project, the processes you follow, etc. Let's now start to talk about the characteristics of a software engineer. Now, obviously, mastering the technical aspects of software development is important. However, hopefully, you've already seen in this class that there is more to working on an IT project than just coding. In the book we use, it outlines 7 traits that they feel is necessary to be a good software engineer. Many of these deal with being a good team player. Remember, if you want to go farther, you go with a team. The better the team, the farther you can go. So let's look at those 7 qualities. In the book, you might hear and see the word they. Well, feel free to replace it with you. So that way, do you embody these 7 qualities? The first of which is individual responsibility. Do they work to deliver on promises that they make to their peers, stakeholders, and management? Will they do what is necessary to drive a successful outcome? Now, this does not mean that they're a workaholic. It means that they set appropriate expectations and meets them. Think about playing on a team sport. Do you want to play with an all-star who has great natural talent but doesn't give it their all? Or do you want a good player who always shows up and always does their best? An interesting thing, if you go and you talk to the Navy SEALs, when they choose people for Dev Crew, what was formerly known as SEAL Team 6, they are actually said to prefer integrity over capability. You see, everyone there is already capable, and on your team, people should be capable. But do they have that personal responsibility, or, in the Navy SEAL term, integrity? Would you trust them to do a good job? The second thing that they need to have is an acute awareness. Of what? Well, they need to realize the needs of their teammates, stakeholders, and managers. They need to observe their environment and adjust their behavior to adapt to the needs of what's going on. The days of a software developer living and working in a basement and not seeing other people is long gone. Part of my personal success has been willing to meet with people and put myself in their shoes, per se. So to see what their needs are and anticipate what they might even ask for. I recently was working with one of my freelance clients, and during one of our regular discussions, I explained how making a few changes to their existing system could open them up to both new clients and new revenue streams with existing clients. The vice president I was talking to loved the idea and mentioned how he was going to talk to the CEO during their next meeting about some of those ideas. The third quality is they are brutally honest. Listen, no system is perfect. Flaws found must be pointed out in a constructive way. A good software engineer will not distort the facts or information about skills, timelines, or features. Instead, they will opt to be realistic and truthful. The fourth thing is they need resilience under pressure. There will be pressure and potential chaos. They must be able to operate efficiently and effectively while under that pressure. Now, in a good organization, hopefully the pressure and chaos will be at a minimum. However, there always will be some. I worked for a company whose headquarters was down in Florida, and they had a hurricane headed their way, and we planned for it. At 3 a.m. in the morning, I awoke to a call saying the storm had knocked out power, and we had to execute our emergency failover plan. It was high pressure and chaos because of something outside the control of the organization. But we worked our plan and modified the plan when we ran into some unexpected issues. Luckily, that's not an everyday occurrence, and hopefully you won't have those everyday occurrences as well. But you have to be able to handle them when they come up. The next trait is a sense of fairness. Share credit, avoid conflicts of interest, and never sabotage someone else's work. This is really just all part of being a good team member. You need to have an attention to detail. They will need to make technical decisions on a daily basis against broader criteria. With that broader criteria, you have to be able to look and focus on the information that you know and handle it appropriately. If you have all those different criteria, I think you have a good chance of being a good software engineer.